5 secrets of longevity in a relationship. Whoever shouts first loses. Because like say like me and Zoe, isn't it?
So true.
I can't imagine a couple who can't make each other laugh.
Hi, my name's Aidan. Welcome back to episode 7. We can kind of spin trust around there and be like, we're always thinking about how can you, like, if you don't have trust. But it can actually really keep your spark alive if you know full well that you can trust your partner 100%. Like, you're committed to putting in 100% when your partner can only put in 70%. Well, I know what the last one is because I would have said it. I think when you asked me, what would your 5 ones be? I think I kind of touched on ones like that. First impressions always matter on a first date. Why are you even hesitant on this one?
Because I don't want to give the obvious answer.
Agree or disagree? It's okay to get back together with your ex.
I mean... Welcome back. There, good start. So we just started laughing. Episode 7 of the HappilyEverLaughter podcast. And we are going to get straight into it. This one is a deep one.
Oh.
Very scary. Now, it's going to be what we think and what we believe are the 5 secrets of...
I can't pronounce it.
You can't say that word.
Longnative.
No.
Longnativity. Longevity.
No, not almost. Longevity.
I didn't even know what it meant today. I had to ask Aidan.
The 5 secrets of longevity in a relationship. What we think they are, what we believe they are, our own opinion, based on our experiences. And we've also asked our followers to chime in as well on what they think. Even though I already asked this off camera, I'm going to ask you again. What were the 2 most common answers?
Laughter.
Yeah, and
I can't remember. Laughter and quality time.
no,
Okay.
laughter was 1.
I know laughter's one because I think that. I believe that. Or trust.
Yeah, well done. Well,
Thanks.
there was like 3. Yeah, well done. There was like
You told
3.
me off camera and I forgot.
Literally like half an hour before we started
I
recording.
was like, well done. I'm like, thanks.
There was literally 3 that like everyone said were the same things. That was 2. I'll speak about the 3rd one when we get into it. But the first of our 5 secrets of longevity in a relationship is, and these are in no particular order. This isn't like the best 5, or sorry, the best to worst, or whatever it is. But number 1 is conflict resolution. If you're in a relationship, there's going to be problems.
Of course.
There is.
Always
Like, no
gonna
matter
be
whether you
problems.
like it or not, there's going to be problems in a relationship. Me and Zoe are such laid back people, and we even still have problems in our relationship. Problems doesn't equal arguments, but the whole point of conflict resolution is that your problems don't lead to arguments, because arguments lead to bitterness and toxicity in a relationship. So if you two as a couple are able to sit down as adults and work out your problems before they turn into arguments, I think that's a huge element to longevity in a relationship.
Yeah, I think it's like, it shows how like grown up you are.
Yeah,
I think if like 2 people are just screaming the head off each other, you're not going to get your point across to each other. Like, you just need to be calm and collective. Like, as much as you do lose the head, we all lose the head. But like, just take a second and be like,
yeah,
give me a minute.
But like, even when we're arguing, and again, like, I can only say we never argue.
No, very rarely.
Very rarely. But like, if it starts turning into a shouting match, it's like whoever shouts first loses. Because like, say like me and Zoe, isn't it?
So true.
Whoever shouts
like,
first
fuck.
loses. You're like, oh no,
Why did I shout?
I raised my voice because one of us is waiting for the other person to get so annoyed and start shouting. So
you
say
could
me
be
and-
like, oh.
so say me and Zoe are arguing, and I shout first. She'd be like, "What are you shouting for?
Do you want to lower your tone?
Lower your tone. Can I make my point,
or
please?"
I'm like, don't speak to me like that.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have spoke to her like that.
Yeah, and
Like,
he does. He'll be like, well, I shouldn't have said that. And I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't have. And then I have something to go off of
Yeah.
then.
Well, it's like that. If I shout first, she's like, "What are you shouting for? Don't raise your voice. Can I get my point across? I let you speak. Let me speak." And straight away, I'm like, "Oh no, I've already
She
lost.
has me. That's it.
I've lost me composure."
You know the way we spoke about like episode, I can't remember 2 or 3. It's like, should you give in to an argument? The minute someone raised their voice, you've lost.
You've already lost.
I apologize. Whatever it is you're saying, I'm done. I'm sorry.
And the worst thing you can do if someone shouts at you is shout back.
Oh yeah,
Like, that's just basic like anger management. Like,
that's people who don't have anger. Oh, sorry, who don't have good management.
Yeah,
of their
like
anger.
if it's like, as Zoe perfectly said, like if you're in a relationship and an argument happens and someone shouts at you and you shout even louder back at them, they're just gonna shout even louder, and it's just a shouting competition, and
You just get
neither one of
nowhere.
you are gonna lose. So they is
Or win, you mean.
whoever raises their voice or shouts first in a
You
relationship,
lose.
you lose. End of story. So you can do that now for future arguments. Now, when someone starts shouting, you just go, "Oh, you lost,
I win.
you lost."
That could probably actually make arguments funnier. Like
Yeah,
if like how to like break the silence between arguments. Like,
yeah.
oh, you shouted.
I know. But like we've talked about it before on the podcast again in previous episodes, like how do you like, have a conversation and work out things and work out problems. And it is literally like the way we're talking now. You sit down with that person and be like, you do this thing that annoys me, or I don't like the fact that you did this, or last week something happened and I wasn't happy about it. And you talk about it. You don't go, what the hell were you doing last week when you were doing this? Because
Mm,
that energy is just going to be bounced back towards you, and
yeah,
it's just not
definitely.
going to be like,
If you
um,
attack someone, they're gonna like take offense to it and be like,
yeah,
hang on a minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you attack someone, they're gonna like, what's the word I'm looking for? You said that perfectly, and I was trying to think. I can't remember. It's gonna really annoy me now. They're gonna get like it's gonna turn into like a self defense thing.
Oh yeah,
If
it's
you attack
gonna
someone, it's automatically gonna turn into self
what
defense.
is that word called?
I can't
I
remember.
know what it is, but I
Yeah,
can't think of it. If you're listening and you know what it is, text us.
tell us what it is. I can't think of the
Just
word.
ring us.
But number one, in my opinion, is a very good one to start, and that's conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Definitely a secret to longevity. Because without it, I mean, best of luck to you.
Yeah. If you're always just constantly trying to get one up on your partner, it's just it just shouldn't happen. Like,
No, no, it's ridiculous. Second one, keeping the spark alive.
yup.
Yup, here we go. Now, as much as Zoe's brain is in the gutter, I'm talking about.
My brain's not in the gutter.
I said
My
keep the
brain
spark,
just goes somewhere that we
keep the
don't want
spark
to talk
alive.
about.
Zoe's like you.
It was up, it was on.
But my opinion on it is like, again, touched on it in the last episode, like about a lot of couples get too comfortable with each other down the road, and it's always important to make sure you're still going on quote unquote date nights. But like I think date nights, like when I say to you, what's a date night? A lot of people think like going out for dinner, going out for drinks, or I don't know, going to a show and then going for dinner and drinks after. It involves like dinner and
It
drinks.
always involves spending money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like even like the cinema is a date night, but
Cinema's so expensive
it's mad
nowadays.
money. It
Well, to be
is
fair, actually, sorry to cut across there. Me and the girls went cinema the other night. €6 for a ticket in Charlestown.
on a certain day.
No, it was what day did we go?
Thursday or
Saturday.
Friday. Nah,
No, it
couldn't have
was a
been.
Saturday.
Couldn't have been.
It was. It was a Saturday. We went on
It
Saturday.
was €6.
€6 Charlestown. €6
Days
online.
are.
Only if you get your ticket online.
Oh, so if you pre-book it,
Yeah,
that is actually
it's
very
really
good.
good.
In fairness, though, like most cinemas do like a Wednesday midweek deal, and it's like all tickets are a
Yeah,
fiver.
this on Saturday.
But you know what gets you?
The
The
food.
the food and drink, like, and like I don't know if you know Zoe Murphy in person here, but you can't just go and get a large popcorn, a large combo meal. It's nachos, cheese,
That's actually a
minstrels.
joke because I never eat nachos in the cinema.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. When have I
You-
ever? I get nacho cheese.
You definitely got.
I don't
nachos
get the
before.
nachos though.
Still
I
though.
was telling all the girls that you don't eat in the cinema.
Mm.
They're all disgusted.
Thanks, girls.
They were like, I wouldn't even go to the cinema with.
I'll get a large drink and just sip on it.
They
I'm
were
so
like,
happy.
the whole point is to go and share popcorn. I was like, no. I was like, I get my own popcorn. They were
I
disgusted.
just get a large drink and just sip on it. That's just my
Oh, they're
thing.
absolutely disgusted in them.
But no, you can keep the spark alive by. I mean, like early on in a relationship, yeah, going out for drinks and dinner and all that stuff, like definitely warranted. But when you're 10 years into the relationship or whatever it is, not that we're 10 years into the relationship and you have bills to pay and you have kids and you have all this other stuff going on, you might not be able to afford date nights, quote unquote date nights, and then you kind of lose that spark because you're going through the same thing every day: is get up, bring the kids to school, or do this, go to work, come home, cook dinner because we can't afford to go out, or you might treat yourself to a takeaway on a Friday night, but you're sitting in and you're literally living in the four walls of your house or wherever you're living, and the four walls of your office or wherever you're working. And eventually you'll just lose the spark.
You're not getting one-on-one time as well.
Yeah.
But like we don't have kids, so thank God, but like
We don't have
we
responsibilities.
don't have responsibilities other than Zeke.
Mm.
But I think for people who have kids, getting some time to themselves is like
Yeah.
a big thing.
And obviously easier said than done because some people don't have
childcare and stuff like
the
that. Yeah.
resources like that, whatever reasons they don't have family members who are able to look after their kids or friends who can look after their kids, and that's a whole different topic. But what I think the point I'm trying to make is like even just going for a walk together,
Yeah.
go on a hike, it's free. Like literally get up on an early Saturday morning, go for a hike. You can download that app, Trail Walks, is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
And it like I don't know if anyone's ever used it. You can download this app called Trail Walks, and you basically type in your area and it'll show you loads of set walkways that people can do on hikes, and it's ranked from like easy, medium, and hard. Tells you how long it'll take you, so you can time it to perfection. Like if you wanted to drop your kids off on a Saturday morning, or they're at football, or they're gone crash, or whatever is going on, you can go for a hike for an hour, get a coffee on the way home, and like that's a solid hour and a half. No phones, getting active, getting out into the fresh air, just getting out of the four walls of your house,
Yeah.
and you're doing it together as a couple. I think that's
Mm.
the most important part.
Yeah. Even like when the weather's nice, just going for a sea swim, just doing something
Yeah,
together. Like,
we've done that before. Yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't always happen now because I don't like it. I hate the beach.
Just rat yourself
I
out
know,
there.
but
You're just
I
gonna
don't
be,
mind.
I don't like
I
it.
don't mind sea swimming. I just can't stand the beach. The sand just
Aiden
goes
hates
everywhere.
the beach. Like, I'd be like, oh, come on, we bring Zeke to the beach. Just lovely out. No. I'm like, come
The
on.
thing it is though, and you'll notice if you live in Dublin, on a sunny day going to the beach is like traveling the Mordor, and that's a Lord of the Rings reference. You probably
Oh,
won't
I
get
was
that.
like, what's the Mordor?
It's an absolute effort
Mm.
because it's packed. There's no
Yeah,
parking.
but
There's
it's
people
fun.
everywhere, and there's going to be sand in me shoes and in me toes for
See,
6
you
weeks
either look at
after.
life the way Aiden does, or you look at
That's-
life the way I do, and I'm like, so what?
I'm
Get
like,
up and get on.
I'm like, oh, it's busy, it's sand
Yeah,
everywhere, it's
like-
horrible. It's always like, oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be packed. It's gonna be great atmosphere.
It's gonna be amazing.
Can't wait to
Don't
dip my
think
feet in the
about other
sand.
people. Think of yourself.
That's just me.
I know. I've been living with it for 7 years.
Thanks. But keeping the spark alive. Anything you want to add on that?
Don't get with Aiden.
Okay, thanks very much.
No, I think that's a good one. I think just keeping the spark alive. Yeah, I think quality time is just really keeping the spark alive, isn't it?
But it's outside of where you normally spend the
Yeah,
quality time.
like go out together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
No, I
like,
think
you can
that's
spend
it.
quality time, as we said, sitting in your room or in your living room, whatever, watching a movie. And yes, that's good quality time. But in terms of keeping the spark alive, you can't do that every Friday night forever.
But you know what I think as well? As much as we say like, oh, get out of the four walls of your house, like if you're out working all day and you're only getting home, you could do date nights at home, like when the kids go to bed. Like if you had kids,
Yeah,
if you don't
true.
have kids, happy days. Like walk away, but like you can have you can make pizzas like
Yeah.
from scratch.
True.
You can do canvas painting at home with each other, have a few drinks and paint each other. Like you can do loads of stuff. You can have a movie night where you bring like all your blankets and duvets downstairs, get sweets.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you can do loads of stuff in your house as well. Like if you said to me, oh, I'm planning something, and then you plan something in the house, I wouldn't be disappointed. I'd be happy.
No.
But like you thought of doing this for
Yeah,
me,
true.
or like, do you know, I'd be happy with that.
That's actually a good point. And again, the girl's mind is after just revealing itself there. It's the thought of it.
It's always the thought,
It's the
and they're
effort
like
put involved.
they're going
yeah.
through this effort to, even though we probably can't get out and we have the kids and we can't get a babysitter, we're still doing something together while the kids are asleep.
There you go. Boom. Mic drop there from Zoe Murphy. So, first one was conflict resolution. Second one is keeping the spark alive. Third one is transparency and honesty, which I think is just trust in a nutshell, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. You have to have trust in a relationship. Like if you haven't, we've already touched on this in one of the episodes.
we actually spent a specific, if you haven't listened to it, a specific episode on trust. And you laughed at me because I can't speak. I thought I got away with it there.
Welcome back to episode 3.
Thanks very much. Okay.
Episode.
Are you done? Do you want to say it again there? Get it out of your system.
Hi, my name's Aidan. Welcome back to episode 7.
Thanks. Jesus Christ.
You didn't get away with that one.
No.
Sorry, you've tried to play it off, and I was like, absolutely not.
Are you done? Can I get back to talking now? Properly.
Oh yeah, we're recording a podcast.
I can't even remember the point I was going to make now. You're a dope.
You're talking about trust in episode 3.
We did a specific episode on trust. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
And I actually think it was a very good episode.
It was a really, really
I
good
think it's one of
episode.
your favourite episodes.
That
You
was
said it
number
to me.
6. That was number 6.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was. Anyways, we did it. Yeah. We did. It was one of the
I
episodes.
think it was episode 5.
But yeah, you need trust. Like if you don't have trust in a relationship, your spark's not. There's no spark there.
No, there's no spark to keep alive.
No, it's already gone. Like your spark's
But
gone.
I think like trust, like it goes back to kind of the first point of conflict resolution. Like, if there's no trust there, doesn't matter if you can work out your problems because them problems are never going to go away because there's going to be new problems because they
Mm.
don't trust each other.
Yeah. There's also we can kind of spin trust around there and be like, we're always thinking about how can you, like, if you don't have trust, but it could actually really keep your spark alive if you know full well that you can trust your partner 100%.
Yeah,
Like, if I turned around to him and was like, if anything went wrong tomorrow, I know I could ring you and you would straight away be there.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So like
yeah,
it could also really, really benefit your relationship and keep the spark alive because you're like, no matter what we're going through,
yeah.
I know. And then it could make someone
It's
love
like
you
a
even more and
confidence.
more. Yeah, yeah.
It's like a confidence in it. Like I know, like if something was to happen to me tomorrow, Zoe would have me back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, sort
Like
of way.
full trust, like no
Yeah,
matter what. Like so it could also really, really hype up your relationship as
yeah.
well.
I don't think like again, you can go and listen to episode 5. We did a full episode on trust because we think it is so important. But we did a full episode on it because it is literally one of the biggest factors of longevity in a relationship. I'd probably go and just on a whim here and just say that's probably the number one. Fair enough if you have trouble working out your problems or you're struggling to keep the spark alive and other stuff that we'll get into. But at the end of the day, if you don't trust your partner, what is the point?
Mm.
Honest to God, like I'd honestly just say to you now, if you're listening to this, ask yourself, do I trust my partner 100%? If your answer isn't yes 100% straight off the bat, there's an issue there.
You should never be
Which
like,
is kind of
I
a
can't
bold
trust anyone
statement.
100%. Yeah, you can.
It's kind of a bold statement because someone could listen to this and be like, "Oh, do I actually trust so and so?" Work it out.
Yeah.
Ask yourself why do you not trust that person and address the issues
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
And I guarantee once you sort them things out and you know you like if someone was to ask me on the street, "Do I trust my partner 100%?" I wouldn't even hesitate. I'd be like,
No,
"Yeah,
either would I. Either would I.
what? Yeah, of
So
course I
that's what
do."
I even said in the last one. I was like, if people are saying, "Oh, we can never trust someone 100%," I'm like, well, then you obviously just don't trust your
Yeah,
partner.
and I said it again. Like
I
first
can't
thought in my
trust
head.
100%.
Yeah, it's such a negative way of looking at it. But look, we're not going to get too much into it. Continue to keep getting into it. Go and listen to episode 5 if you want more on it. But definitely, transparency and honesty is a big one. And a lot of people said that when we asked our Instagram audience. A lot
Mm,
of people were just saying, trust me,
yeah. Trust
communication,
me.
all that sort of stuff like that. That's
Trust
just,
me.
trust me, as in to say, like, I want them
Trust
to
me.
trust me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Number 4, love and commitment. Sounds a bit silly, but I don't know. I think like we spoke about it off camera very briefly. Like commitment is in, you know, no matter what I'm gonna go through, or no matter what problems I have in my own life, I know my partner is gonna again have my back.
Yeah.
No matter what we get into as a couple, if we get into financial difficulties, medical or not medical, well, yeah, medical issues, mental health issues, whatever it is, I know Zoe as my partner is committed to our relationship, and she's not just gonna go, "Oh, here, I'm not arsed about this, I'm leaving."
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
But that obviously comes down with longevity and loyalty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
No, you're
what do you
committed
think?
to the relationship.
Yeah,
Like you're committed to putting in 100% when your partner can only put in 70 or 100.
when the days
Do
when
maths there for me.
no
When your
maths here.
partner only has 50% to give, you
Yeah,
can give 150%.
very good.
There we go.
Yeah,
I made it easier maths for me.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I think so. I think it's just being committed to your relationship and not giving in like when shit hits the fan, really.
That's
Like,
that's the best way of looking at
yeah,
it. Yeah,
thanks.
yeah, exactly. But when again, as we said it before, like shit will hit the fan in your relationship over God knows
And
what.
it doesn't necessarily have to be between yous. It could be anything. Like it could be a family issue. Like could be
Yeah.
anything that like your partner's really struggling with.
Mm,
And like just be committed to be there for them and try help them and guide them in the right way.
mm,
Not like, oh, that's not my problem.
yeah.
Like kind of thing. Like, you
And I
know.
think also this bit kind of goes back to the first 2 points we made, like conflict resolution and keeping the spark alive.
Sorry,
That
that was our
like
dog snoring
dogs
there.
are on the background, but keeping the spark alive and conflict resolution. That like that Zeke snorings after ruining me train of thought now.
Aiden's not with it today.
We
What is
Zeke's at the
going
room the
on?
train of
I'm
thought.
with it today and Aiden's struggling. It's normally me struggling and you're with it.
I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, sorry. For love and commitment, for keeping the spark alive, like, and again we touched on it in other episodes, is showing your appreciation every day, like showing you that you love that person every day, whether it's just coming home and saying hello and as soon as you see that
Mm,
person, or before you go to bed at night, or before you leave them for whatever reason, just being like love you
yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like just showing your love every day. I think when couples stop doing that, it kind of might lead to a bit of problems.
Distance.
Bit of like it like almost makes the relationship a bit stale.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it
And
can lead
again,
to
the spark.
distance.
That's what I was trying to say. Tied into it, the spark kind of dies a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Um. So, anything else you want to say on that?
No, happy with that one.
Yeah,
Well, I think we
it kind of
touched on
ties
pretty
into the
much
other one.
everything we've done, yeah.
Yeah. And the last one, can you guess?
I know what the last one is
Yeah.
because I would have said it. I think when you asked me what would your 5 ones be, I think I kind of touched on ones like that. But laughter.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
just
that
being able
was
to have a laugh with your
literally
partner.
everyone. Like we asked on our Instagram story, like what people thought the biggest elements to longevity in a relationship was. A lot of people said like trust, commitment, communication, but literally everyone, like they all had those, but it was like laughter and communication,
Yeah.
laughter and trust,
Yeah.
laughter and
Points.
stuff like yeah. Someone said laughter and
You're
points.
gonna know who you are.
Yeah, alcoholic. Yeah. And there's us saying like, oh yeah, like nothing it doesn't always have to be alcohol. That person's like, no, it's just
Laughter and
alcohol.
points.
It's just alcohol and laughter. But no, seriously, like I can't imagine a couple who can't make each other laugh.
Or who are dry, like just dry sense of humor.
But like, it doesn't matter what type of sense of humor they have. Like, even if people have a sense of humor that I don't find funny, like, I don't find your sense of humor funny.
But you laugh at me.
I laugh at you.
No, you laugh at me. Aiden, I make you laugh all the time.
I laugh at you. I don't laugh with you. That's the
Boy.
difference.
No, I make you laugh all the
But
time.
what I'm saying
you
is-
even said, actually, when we were thinking of making this podcast,
Here we go.
exactly. You said you'll be the laughter because you're actually very funny.
I just said that so you do it.
No, I am
Well,
funny.
no, but like, just going back to what you said, you're saying like, oh, even if they're real dry.
No, like what I
No,
mean is,
yeah. Let me finish. Jesus Christ. Let me finish.
all right, come on,
Thanks.
relax yourself.
I'm only messing. You relax yourself.
Thinks he's funny.
Go on, shout at me, I win.
What?
Shout, I win.
No.
What I was going to say is that, like, even if you don't agree with someone's sense of humor, if their partner thinks they're funny, then who cares? But what I'm saying is, I can't imagine a couple who can't make each other laugh. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I mean by a dry sense of humor. Like
Right.
they're just dry. They don't find anything funny or find each other funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have like a very dry sense of humor. I have a dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like I
think
think
you
I think
do.
I have a really.
I don't
like-
think you know what a dark sense of humor is, bro. You definitely don't have a dark
What's a
sense
dark
of humor.
sense of humor?
That you'd laugh at inappropriate jokes.
Yeah, I kind of do. Like I
No.
laugh at things that I shouldn't be laughing at.
Fair enough.
I do. Like I laugh. Rihanna will know I laugh.
Okay, right.
Me and Rihanna
right.
are really bad together. But like I have a dry sense. I have a dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
I find things that people wouldn't find funny.
Mm.
Maybe that's not dark then.
But do you think, like, okay, at the start of a relationship, you know, like you kind of have like the butterflies for the person, to kind of like you fancy them, if that makes sense,
Mm.
and they're making you laugh, you're making them laugh, and it's all sunshine and rainbows, and then you get with each other, and 7-8 years down the line, there's like, oh, he's not really, or he or she is not really trying to kind of make me laugh or have a joke or something as simple as like, and we've done it in the past where we just haven't read the room right and we're not in the mood, and I try to crack a joke and you're like, I'm not in the mood for your jokes.
Oh yeah.
Or you'll do the same to me, and I'm like, I'm just, why'd you say that? That's not funny. And you're like, I was only messing.
Yeah.
You know, sort of way.
Us 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, if you're just in one of those moods and the other person is trying to make you laugh, like, if that keeps happening, like, that's obviously not going to last very long, relationship wise. That's what I mean. Like, at one stage, you have to kind of go, yeah, okay, like, we're just trying to have a laugh with each other. Does that make sense?
Like I do get that. Like
I'm trying to make, I don't know if I made my point.
No, I don't
correctly
get
there.
your point, but I
What I'm
think
trying to say is, if I was constantly trying to make you laugh and you were just constantly just like, that's not funny, and I'm like,
like taking
well,
everything to heart.
yeah, and I'm like, well, when we first got together, I couldn't stop making you laugh, and I'm telling the same jokes. So
Yeah.
like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
You know, so way.
I think that's just people just either really, really annoyed that day or like just not in the humor, actually, and not in
Yeah.
the humor, or just like just not bothered
But
anymore.
I honestly, like, I think like if you ask every couple, even like, I guarantee, like, even going back to your best friend there, Rihanna, who you've mentioned 5 million times in the show, everyone probably knows him as
Love my
well.
best friend.
But like, if you go to them, like, if you ask me, do I think Rihanna's funny? I'd be like, no. Like, you ask me, will you
Oh.
just relax for a second.
Rihanna.
I'm just saying, here we go. But
Better
if
watch
you
yourself.
ask me, do I think Daryl's funny? I'd probably be like, no. But I guarantee Daryl and Rihanna. What's so funny?
If you're writing yourself, I
No, I'm
years are
just
not
talking
funny. I'm only
hypothetically
joking.
here. Jesus, man. Can't take a
Taking
joke.
everything offensively.
You keep cutting across me point, and then I lose my
All
train
right,
of
come on,
thought.
speak.
This is what I have to deal with. This is what I have to deal with. What I'm saying is, right, without naming anyone, if you asked me about a couple and if I thought they were funny and I didn't, I'd just be like, no.
Yeah,
But I guarantee they find each other funny.
yeah,
But they
yeah.
won't admit it.
I get you. I was only messing. Why will they not admit that each other's funny? You're funny. I'll admit that. You just won't admit that I'm funny.
Thanks.
No,
You're not funny though.
but I am funny.
You have funny
No,
moments.
that's class as funny.
Yeah, but you don't mean to be
You
funny.
laugh at me. You laugh with me more than you don't laugh.
No, I laugh at you
No.
because you're unintentionally funny. That's what it is.
I'm funny though. You
Yeah,
can't deny
okay.
that I'm not funny. See, get over here. You can't deny that I'm not funny though.
Okay, you're funny.
I'm
But you're
funny.
unintentionally
No
funny.
matter what though, I'm still funny. I
I'm-
still make you laugh.
I'm intentionally funny. If
No,
I try
you're
to make
not.
you laugh, you make me laugh by accident.
That's
that make
better.
sense?
I don't have to go out my way and actually try to make you laugh. I'm just that funny that you just laugh at me.
Okay, we'll agree
Here,
to
we'll be going back
disagree.
and forward all night.
We'll agree to
Sit
disagree.
down, come on, little man.
Right.
Sit down.
So those are the 5 secrets of longevity in a relationship, or 5 biggest elements that we think. So conflict resolution, keeping the spark alive, transparency. Oh, I said it wrong. Did I?
Transparency.
Transparency and honesty, aka trust, love and commitment, and laughter. What would you rank those 5? 1 to 5, go.
Let me
I'm
have a little look
putting you
at
on
them.
the spot here. Just thought
That's
of it there.
okay.
1 to 5. 1 being the most important, 5 being the least important.
Conflict resolution. Laughter.
Yeah,
No, sorry. Love and commitment.
that's number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Laughter.
Yeah, 2.
Transparency and honesty.
Trust. Yeah, 3.
Like, what's just keeping spark alive? Because this is what the whole episode is about.
Do you know what? Give me the list.
No.
You're picking it apart.
Conflict
Just ask.
resolution and
Right.
then keeping spark alive.
Very good. That's all you had to say.
I'm just
You questioned
asking.
everything.
Right, what are you?
I'd go
You're going to hear little titter tatters. It's
Leave him,
Zeke
he's
walking
alright,
around the
leave him.
room.
1, laughter. 2, conflict resolution. 3, trust. 4, love and commitment. 5, keeping the spark alive.
4, love and commitment.
Yeah.
If you don't love someone, why would
No, it's not that deep.
you?
No, forget it.
I'm
Right.
with you 7 years. It is that deep.
Right.
Anyways.
So there's our 5. I'm definitely going to ask our story, our Instagram audience, what their 5 is, their top 5 is.
Yeah.
And rank them. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
cool.
we did that with the love languages as well,
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
And we got good response off that. So we're gonna go into the agrees and disagrees. Are you laughing at Zeke?
I mean, he's just standing at the door, like,
Yeah, what, you'll come back
come
in
on,
a
little
minute.
man, into bed. Come on. Come on. He's
Come
probably
here,
too
into bed.
hot. Sorry,
bed.
everybody. Right, what do I
You have
have?
the agrees and disagrees this week.
I do. Do I?
You want to hurry
Really
up? please?
messing. Okay. Agree or disagree? It's okay.
We're going straight in.
What?
We're going straight in.
Yeah, how long are we? All right.
That's okay. Go on.
Okay.
Agree and disagree.
Right. Agree or
Are these?
disagree?
Are these? See, that's what I mean. I'm intentionally funny. I went to do that on purpose
All right.
and made you laugh. Look at
Yeah,
that,
I'm only
that's
laughing on camera.
all. After this, I'll be like, you interrupt me one more time, I'll bleeding kill you.
I don't know if you heard me, but the listeners definitely did because I said it in the mic. I was like, "You're doing my head in."
That's what, yeah, I obviously heard it, yeah. Like, come on,
I
let's
was only
go.
messing
I
everybody.
won't interrupt you, come on. Hit me with
Agree
the
or
first one.
disagree?
I don't know these, by the way.
I roll. Agree or disagree? First impressions always matter on a first date. Why are
feel
you
like-
even hesitant on this one?
Because I don't want to give the obvious answer. I want to actually put
But it
thought
is an
into
obvious
it.
answer.
Then why'd you ask me?
Because I just want to hear your thoughts, but you're obviously thinking way too deep.
I'm the deep thinker in this relationship, bro. You're
No,
like, yeah,
you're-
great. Yeah, great.
Right, come on.
See, can I repeat the question, please?
Can you repeat it? Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
no, can you repeat the question, please?
Agree or disagree?
Okay.
First impressions always matter on a first date.
Always matter.
Always matter on a first date. First impressions always matter on a first date. First impressions. Listen.
I heard
I'm
you
gonna-
the first 50 times. I mean, I have to agree.
Yeah, I would agree. But why do you agree?
Because you're setting the standard for, like, when you go on a date with someone, you're essentially you're trialing and error what could be your life or your partner for the rest of your life.
Yep.
So if their first impression, whether you think that or not, like, no one actually thinks going into a first date, oh my God, like this could be my husband or this could be my wife
Yeah.
forever. Like no one thinks that going
No.
into a first date, but realistically, subconsciously, that's what a date is. It's I'm gonna see what this person is like before I commit my life to them as my partner.
Mm.
So they'd want to tick all the boxes as soon as possible.
Not even all the boxes. He's okay. He's okay.
Just put them down.
Not even all the boxes. It's like I would agree, right? And
Yeah.
the reason I agree is because if I go to someone and we've had this conversation, if I go out to a restaurant with someone and that person is rude to that waitress,
Yeah.
instantly I'd be like, absolutely not. We'll never go out to them again. They're rude,
Mm.
right? So that's a first impression. If they came out and they like looked really dirty or like doesn't look after
Didn't make an
themselves and their
effort.
hygiene, not even an effort, like everyone's effort is different, but their hygiene was bad, I'd be like, in my mind, I'd be like, well, if their hygiene's that bad in person, how bad is it at home? Like, you know, all
Yeah,
these
yeah,
first
very true.
impressions, I'm like, I think first impressions really, really matter. If you're
Yeah.
not being kind and generous, like which are simple things to do,
Mm.
then I would never go out to you
Can I
again.
reverse the question on it?
Yeah.
What happens if they leave a bad first impression in terms of like, say maybe they cancel or something's come up? So say like for argument's sake, you are back on the dating scene, fellas, watch out,
Yup.
and you were meeting up with some guy, and last minute he cancelled, and he said, "Oh, it's an emergency at home, I have to cancel." Your first impression is going to be like, "Does he even want to see me?" Like,
No, that's different. That wouldn't bother me because I understand everyone's human and everyone has like things in their life that may come up and like some
mm,
things happen, like, you know, like sometimes I might have to cancel on people. It doesn't mean I intentionally don't want to go out and see them. Now, if they did that to me the first time and I was like, oh, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I
yeah,
never actually met them,
mm,
but they said, I'm really, really sorry. I apologize. And they're apologetic about it.
depend.
I'd be
Yeah,
like,
okay,
that's
fair
completely
enough.
fine. I
Yeah,
understand things happen. But if then I went and organised a second date with them and then they cancelled again, that's when I'd be like, right, come on. Like,
yeah.
it can't happen 2 days in a row.
You said the right thing there. You give them the benefit of the doubt, and it's also how they cancel it.
Yeah.
As in to say, if they were extremely apologetic, like, look, next week I'm free. I promise you I'll make it up for you. Let me organise it.
Yeah. Or if
Yeah,
they just never text you and
yeah,
then text you 3 hours later and was like, oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't make it tonight. Then I'm like, no, you could have at least been like decent enough
decency
to
about
text
it.
me an hour or two prior
Yeah,
and be like, something has really came up.
yeah,
I'm really sorry. That's fine. I understand. But if you're texting me that night and being like, oh, were we meant to go out tonight?
mm,
I'd be like, obviously
as,
you don't
yeah,
care.
exactly. No, like I think 99% of people will agree with that statement. I'd love to hear stories of people who maybe are with their partner now and their first date was a disaster, or they didn't like them on the first date or something like
And
that.
then they were just kind of like, I'll just go out to him, like, you know.
I'll try a second time and just something happened and spark was
Yeah,
lit.
I'm sure some people probably just
I'd love
went
to hear them
out.
stories because I can't picture them worse
Yeah,
that way.
but I'm sure people also went out and like their first impressions of people they probably met randomly and like they're like it could be in like they just went back to theirs randomly one night
Mm.
and then they never thought anything of it and then it just happened to be that they're
Blossomed into
together 10
something.
years later,
Yeah,
like, you know.
yeah. So
Right,
we'll
so
both
we
agree on
both
that.
agree on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Second one, agree or disagree, it's okay to go to bed angry with your partner.
Oh my god. My first initial thought is disagree.
Okay, why?
I just think uh, I like how would you be able to sleep? Like if you like again we're going back to arguments. If you were angry at your partner, whether you just had an argument or you just had it bottled up and you didn't want to say it, because we've talked about that before, like that you shouldn't really say stuff when you're at your angriest because you'll just say something you might regret
Mm,
or you'll start shouting and ultimately lose.
you lose.
Um, but trying to go to bed, I mean, everyone has done it at least once in their relationship where they've gone to bed angry and it's been the worst night's sleep of their
It's
life,
the funniest, right? I think we've done it like once or twice, but early on in the
right?
relationship. You'll be asleep and you have your backs to each other, and if you feel like their skin like touching against you, like
Oh
and
yeah,
you're
then move
jumping
off them.
away,
Yeah,
and you're like on the edge of the bed, like
yeah, yeah.
so
But I feel
angry.
like that's them wanting to talk about it. So they'd be
Yeah,
like,
I'm
"What's wrong
waiting
with
for
you?"
the part.
Nothing.
Yeah,
What's wrong with
it's
you?
the
And they sit
silent
up.
treatment.
Yeah. But
Uh,
no, like, what's it? You said it. Agree, disagree. It's okay to go to
it's
bed.
okay to go to bed angry with your partner.
I
Did I say
disagree.
that? Sorry, I think I did say that.
I disagree. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
okay.
okay. I think in an ideal situation, you sort it out before you go to bed
Yeah, yeah.
because you're just not. You're gonna. Them thoughts are gonna grow legs, and you're gonna start creating problems that might never existed in the
100%.
first place.
100%. You're gonna take something that's probably not even that big, or unless it is a massive thing that happened.
Yeah.
But something that's like so silly, you're probably gonna sit there, overthink it all night,
Mm.
and in the morning it's all bottled up inside you. You're just gonna
Yeah,
lash out,
explodes,
and
yeah.
then your partner's probably like, "Oh, you're still angry about that? Like, why
Yeah.
didn't you just like
Just
say
say
it
it.
to me?" Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I disagree. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
disagree.
disagree. I don't think you should go to bed angry.
No.
First of all, obviously for them reasons that like it's silly, like just talk it out, like be an
Yeah.
adult. But then also you never know what's gonna happen throughout the night.
Yeah.
Like it's people can die, like you know what I mean. Like God,
Jesus.
I know that gets deep, but it can happen.
Yeah,
Like you never know.
yeah.
You don't know what's guaranteed. So I just feel
No.
like imagine you had that argument and you're that 1 out of 10 people that like your partner passes away,
In their
and then
sleep,
you're
whatever.
like, oh my God, like I
Mm.
never we like
I just think you should, like, regardless, you should just never go to bed angry in any, like, no matter what. Like, maybe you're just like, I don't want to talk about it now. I'll talk about it in the morning when I'm not angry.
but still be like I love you or
But still,
something.
yeah, but exactly, yeah. Still be like, I'm not happy with X, or I'm not happy with something, whatever it is, but I'm too angry to talk about it right now. I love you and I want to talk to you tomorrow about it, but I'm just afraid I'll say something bad
Yeah.
tonight. And if your partner's like, fair enough, I respect that. I'm really sorry, Grant goes to bed, whatever. But in an ideal situation, you'd try and keep a level head and work it out before bed.
Yeah, like we've all been there. Like I'm
Nothing
sure
worse
we've
getting a bad
all
night's
done it,
sleep.
but like
Yeah. Nothing worse getting a bad night's sleep. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna get a bad night's sleep, and you're gonna start, as you said, overthinking everything. Go on,
Oh,
anyways.
okay, so we
We
both
both did-
disagree on that. We
yeah,
both
we're 2 for 2.
we agree on them. Okay, it's okay to get back together. Oh, agree or disagree? It's okay to get back together with your ex.
I mean, like, I'd agree. Like, if you're happy to do it, do it.
Yeah,
Like, each to their own.
yeah. I feel like depends on how it ended.
Yeah, like it's such a weird question. I don't mean that in a rude way, but like, what does "it's okay" mean?
Like some people feel strongly about that. Like it's an ex, you should never go back. It didn't work out for a reason.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then other
true.
people just will keep going back to their ex and keep breaking up with them,
Mm.
keep going back and keep breaking up with them.
Yeah, I think there's too much context involved. I think, as you said, depends how it ended. Like, if you were getting mistreated and stuff like that, then obviously it's not okay because you deserve better than that.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of couples can break up just because it could be just the wrong
Wrong
place,
time or
wrong
something.
time, wrong moment in each of their lives, and it just wouldn't work. Whereas, like, like, you could get to know someone and really, really get to know them, and they could end up getting a job and moving country,
Mm.
and you don't see them for 2 or 3 years, and you were technically boyfriend and girlfriend for maybe 6 months to a year, and you broke up because there was a long distance relationship and it didn't work. And then all of a sudden something happened and they've moved back home and you get back with that person. I don't see why that would
Yeah.
be a problem.
Yeah.
So, just based on that question, I would, like, it's so hard to say agree or disagree, but like, I agree. Like,
I would agree.
Do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of a tricky one there. Like
Yeah.
I was putting that out there to see like would people
No, it's-
automatically be like I disagree.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you
the obvious
know
answer.
because that's what people would think like oh I disagree because like everyone goes to that place in their mind where every ex you think of it probably ended badly.
Yeah,
You know, so they're like, no,
Mm.
disagree. Why would you put yourself through that again?
yeah.
Whereas, like, I've had some exes, like, when I was kids and stuff like that, and,
Mm.
like, they never ended badly.
No.
And, like, I could probably see them on the street and be like, ah, hello. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
and,
yeah.
like, it's nothing. Like, you probably see your ex and, like, be like, hey, like,
Yeah.
nothing to it. Just, like, hi.
Yeah,
Like, you know, things don't always end badly.
yeah.
So, results show that 74% agree
That you
with
should
that
never get back with
statement.
your ex?
No, that it's okay to get back with your ex.
Oh, it's okay to get back
Yeah,
with your ex?
so
Okay, yeah.
154.4K voted on that.
Right.
So that was with the agree. And then 26% disagree. That was 55.3K people voted on that one. So majority said agree as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised by that.
Really?
I thought more people would have been like, no, that's your ex for a reason. Disagree.
Yeah. I think it depends on like your age group as well that you're asking. Like it doesn't say what age groups they were
Yeah,
between.
yeah.
Like I think a lot of younger people were like disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they're young and like things are probably toxic.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would see exes and just be like, hey,
Yeah.
like
But that shows maturity.
yeah,
As
yeah.
you said, it's an age thing,
like just didn't end
I just
badly.
think like the stigma of like, oh, getting back with your ex, like if you're afraid of people judging you, like, oh, he or she's gone back with their ex, blah blah blah. Like at the end of the day, do whatever the hell makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that way. Like,
Amen,
I don't
sister.
really care what people think. Thanks.
See think you just need a little bit of encouragement.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, how long are we on?
I don't
Shall
know.
we go into dilemmas?
We're into the dilemma, yeah. I like this episode. This is a nice episode length.
Right. I have the dilemma as well today. Dun, dun,
Right,
dun.
go for it.
Okay. This is kind of a long one, so stay with me. I've
Here we
tried to
go.
cut it down as much as I can, but it's
Just read it.
okay. All right, and I kind of stutter a bit when I read. My husband and I recently divorced after about 2 years of marital issues.
Yeah, we all know what.
Sorry. He admitted falling out in love with me. It hit me hard, but in any case, and despite my heartbreak, I was relieved after 2 years of going through the troubles of the divorce. Our divorce was finalised in just a few weeks ago. Not even a week after he left, I started hearing rumours about my ex with a new woman. I did end up hearing about my ex 38 moving in with his new 23-year-old girlfriend.
Lovely.
I didn't expect to hear from my ex for a long time, at the very least, but he called me a few days later, sounding very excited. He hit me with the news that his girlfriend was pregnant. For context, I wanted children with him for years, but he always said no.
Okay. So, sorry, just to put your finger where you are.
Yeah, I know where I am.
So, just to basically sum that up so far, they were married together.
They were
They
married.
divorced.
Yeah,
He did the divorce very, very quickly.
yeah,
And within a couple of weeks, he had one, gotten with a person who was significantly younger,
yeah,
and two, now got them pregnant, even though he
She
told his
wanted
last
kids. Yeah.
relationship he didn't want kids.
yeah.
Spicy's
Right.
gone.
I asked him over the phone what was different this time. He hesitated and said he hadn't wanted our kids to be mistreated by society for looking different. I'm black and he's white. And
Oh
his
my
new
God.
girlfriend is also white. So that can only be a comment about race. Right. So that's that
Jesus
part of it,
Christ.
right? During the call, he told me he'd...
It's like an onion. There's just so many layers to it.
It
like-
gets worse. It gets worse, right?
Oh my God.
During the call, everyone stay with me. During the call, he told me he'd really love me to be an active part in his child's life and to be an auntie to them.
Oh
I was
my
pretty
God.
much speechless, and he continued by asking me if him and his girlfriend and their baby could come over to the pool, could come over to use my pool and the barbecue at my house because it was too big for one person. I was so mad, I put down the phone and ignored all his texts asking me where it'd gone. The whole thing is like a bad dream, and I have no idea how to begin articulating myself.
Yeah.
What do you guys think I should do? Continue with the silent treatment and just move on with my life, or do I tell him where to get off? So, summing it up, woman and male together get divorced.
Yeah.
He ends up with a girl that's younger than him and has her pregnant within a week. She wanted kids. His ex-wife wanted kids. He then went on to say that he didn't want his children with his ex-wife to be mistreated because of the colour of them. Obviously, would have been mixed race babies. Then asked his ex, could him and his then girlfriend and baby come over to the house and use the pool and barbecue because it's too big for just one person to live in. Yeah.
I mean, does this like story even need
Like,
commenting
and
on?
this
Like,
is a true story. Like, this is real.
yeah.
Like, what advice would you give?
I mean,
And then she's saying, should I continue with the silent treatment and ignore his texts and move on with my life? Or should I just tell him where the sun does? Like,
move on with your life.
Yeah.
Like that, straight off the bat, I'd be like, yeah, grand. As much as we'd all love to just tell him how we really feel, and you might feel better after and vent. Maybe do a bit of both. Maybe just tell him to go and F himself, and then literally just block him on every single social media you possibly can, block his number, and just try your best to move on. Obviously, in the back of your mind, you're going to be like, why wasn't I good enough? And constantly compare yourself to the new girlfriend, which is going to be hard on you. And I think a lot of people do that when they fall out with their ex and the ex jumps into a relationship very, very quickly. They're like,
Especially with a younger person.
what does that person have that I don't have? Obviously, the age is a big thing. But, I mean, that person, I feel like she's dodged the bullet there because, like, he obviously has very, very strange priorities.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's also hard. Like, it's a hard pill to swallow because she really wanted kids.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he's like, I didn't want my kids to be mistreated. Like, first of all, as a parent, why would you think like that?
Yeah.
You know, like if you're in love with someone and you
That
want to
fella
have
has
their
issues.
kids, like you would never think that your kids are going to be mistreated. Like
Yeah.
you're going to love your kids and like, and if that happens, then deal with it at the time. But yeah, like you said, I think like it's hard like, he's just like, who rings and was like, can we come over? And I want you to be an active auntie.
Yeah, like I still want you to be in my life and be part of my child's life. And you're like, well, I wanted our child,
Yeah.
but that wasn't good enough for you. So you want me to basically come over and be the cool black auntie to your
And
white
be a
child's.
happy family with
Yeah,
something that I'm not happy with. Like, but yeah,
that fella's deluded.
I think you're right in saying like she should just move on.
He wants the best of both worlds.
Exactly. Like I think for her to think of her own like mental health and everything, I think she needs to move on and just completely cut him out of
I
the
like
life.
if it was me, like I wouldn't even waste my breath. I'd just be like, I can't believe I spent X amount of time with that person. I can't believe that person was going to be the father of my kids, and I'm just going to move on. It is
Mm,
what it is. As I know, it's easy for me to sit here and not have all the emotions that she's going through. To just be like, I don't care.
yeah.
Obviously, you would care and you'd be heartbroken and X, Y, and Z. But I just try our best to just. I wouldn't even bother vent. Just literally just be like, look, best of luck to you.
Yeah.
Don't ever contact me again. I'm out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah. And it's kind of like he's using her as well.
Yeah.
Like, let me use your house.
Yeah, like I don't want your babies because of your skin, but I want all your money and
Well, I'm not sure that it
your
was
stuff.
exactly like the skin. He didn't want to have kids because of her skin, but obviously he loved her at one stage. He was together. I
But
don't
he
think
did. He just literally once said, "I don't want mixed race or black
didn't want to
babies
have babies. No, I get that. I
because there's
get
going to be
that
too
part.
much issues."
Yeah, no,
Fucking
I
stuff,
get that. But obviously he's not racist because he was with her. But like I
Mm.
just feel that like he's just using her like
Yeah,
but I also think it's hard for her because the woman is younger.
yeah. Well,
Like, of
yeah, I
course you're
know.
gonna be like, all right, like
Mm.
if someone's better looking than you, you're always every girl's gonna excuse me,
That's
hate
what I
you.
mean. Like you'll know, you'll never understand what's really going on in her head, and as much as she'll try to block out the people in those people in her life going forward, you'll always want to be like nosy and know what's going
Mm,
on,
mm.
especially with a younger girl. Like, what does she have that I don't have? Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
But
So yeah,
I mean, I think we both agree. Like, what would you say to her?
I just recap it.
Would you say
Yeah,
vent to him and tell him to go and do
no,
one, or just
no.
move on?
I just wouldn't even waste my energy on him.
That's what I
I'd
mean.
just be like, be the
Mm.
bigger person. Like, it's his loss at the end of the day. You're going to go on to have beautiful kids. And, like, you have a lovely house, obviously, by the sounds of it. Just move on.
Yeah,
And, like, there's someone out there for you.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, that will
there's
appreciate
probably
you.
someone going through something similar that
Mm.
you'll find, sort of way,
Yeah,
like a male equivalent,
yeah.
sort of way.
So move on, girl.
Yeah, move on, girl.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Right, happy enough with
Yeah.
that? Okay, so that has been
Okay.
episode 7. To end
Okay.
it briefly, that has been episode 7. I thought that was a good episode. It was short, sweet, a lot of knowledge bombs in there, good agrees and disagrees, juicy dilemma at the end. Thanks everyone as always for listening to the show, commenting, subscribing, liking our posts, engaging the stuff we put up on Instagram, watching on YouTube if you can see us. And yeah, we just really appreciate it, don't we?
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it.
So that has been episode 7. Let us know your thoughts in the comments or on Instagram. We're definitely going to be putting up the what
Ranking.
you think the 5 secrets of longevity in a relationship should be, ranked 1 to 5. So definitely follow us over there and have your say. And yeah, I think that's everything I have to say.
Yeah. I've been Zoe.
I've been Zoe.
Oh,
I think it'd be funny now if I go, I've been Zoe, and you've been like, oh, do you know what?
I've been Aidan.
So what we should do actually. I'll go, she's been Zoe.
And he's been Aidan.
And that's Happily Ever Laughter, episode 7.
You keep getting it right.
Cool.
Well done. You're doing really
Thanks.
well now.
I'm practicing in the mirror
This
every
is
morning.
it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
it. Thanks very
Peace.
much for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.